Here we are, Friday, March 8th, 2024. I figured out something, a couple things here. I've made a big mistake with my seedlings. I wasn't giving them the potassium and the phosphorus that they needed, the P and the K. I started hitting them with some wood ash a few days ago. Look at those little leaves coming out of there. Look at this shiny little bumpy, lumpy. By bumpy leaves, I mean when they get this like all bumpy like that, and then as they grow bigger like that, they kind of smooth out a little bit, but they get that bumpy look to them, like that. That one's real bumpy looking. That's because the middles between the veins are growing. But anyways, I was just looking around, and I did one of my mesh grow bags yesterday. This mesh grow bag right here is probably, well, I know they're all 12 years old, because that's when I made these. So this is a mesh grow bag that I kind of invented. Mesh grow bag bio system. There's worms and compost in there. I just threw everything in the bag, and it turned out that it made its own little ecosystem in there that was very, very good for roots. So I've been running these mesh grow bags here for 12 years now. And Larry Hall, the rain gutter growth system engineer, I guess. I want to send a shout out to Larry. Let me straighten my hair up. Hi Larry, how you doing? Remember me, Bruce from Mesh Grow Bags channel? I sent you some of these grow bags like 10 years ago, and I see that you haven't made a video in the last 4 years ago was your last video. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're fine. But this is one of my mesh grow bags. I showed how to pack one of these yesterday. And so I was curious. I was like, man, I wonder whatever happened with Larry and the RGGS, rain gutter growth system, Larry's growth system. And, you know, I was a little disappointed. I sent him some of these terrific bags with that anchor, the cage and everything. They have the cage anchors on them. And he never used them. And then, so I go to his channel today and look, and he's got all these grow bag videos on there. And he's got a cage stuck down in this, and he's selling grow bags. I guess he got into the thing where you go online, you resell stuff, and get a percentage of that. And so he's got this grow bag there that without a cage support, these don't have cage supports in them. So he's got this red grow bag there, and he's stuck a cage down in it, and he's selling these, and people are commenting back, and he's got thousands of views. Well, you know, he didn't give me any credit for that. I sent him bags, and I guess he never used them, but here I am 12 years later, still using my bags, and they're still working. Here, wait, let's show you. Yeah, here, this is a 12-year-old bag here. That's a 14-inch square bag. Holds like, geez, I don't know, 10, 12 gallons. Oh, look at all the little, you know what those are? Those are baby peppers right there. Probably all Trinidad scorpions, wild, just growing in here now. And again, it's a bio system. It's a whole, look at, there's a worm right there. You see that? That's the beauty of this. The worms are all in here. If you can focus on that. Focus, you stupid camera. There they are. See that worm? Nice friendly worms. Those are the little bioengineers of the whole thing. There's not a whole lot of perlite or anything in here. This is a pretty much a random natural bag. This is charcoal and stuff in there, but kind of growing like a weed now. This is like a 3 or 4 year old plant. Again, mesh grow bag. No. Leave it alone. She just found a snake. Come here. Hey. Leave my snake alone. There he goes. Big black snake. No snakes. She got bit by a rattlesnake, in case you didn't know. For March, yeah, 1 year and a week ago today, she got bit by a rattlesnake. Anywho, the mesh grow bags that I kind of, I guess I invented. Well, yeah, I did. I made these first bags back in 2012 or before, a little before 2012. It might have been like 2010 or 11. Wait a minute. There it is. That right there is possibly the very first mesh grow bag I ever made. Right there. That's it. And I sewed it up. You can see, this is just the vinyl coated polyester mesh, use it in some of my upholstery stuff, and I needed some little seedling pots, some pots to start some little stuff in, so I didn't have anything, so I sewed up a couple of these because I had some scrap material. Actually, I think this was used material, and I was throwing it out, and I said, well, let me make a bag out of that. So I made it, I set it out, and the rain dripping down on it. I came out the next morning, and there was roots shooting out of this thing like it was getting ready to get up and walk away. So I was like, wow, now rainwater dripping on that, and the you know, the oxygen that gets to it really helps those roots grow. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should make some bigger bags, and that's where it all started, right there with that little bag right there. And then I went to the bigger, you know, 5-gallon size bag, and then the 14-inch bag, 14-inch square, which I think holds like, I don't know, 10, 12, 14 gallons of soil. A lot of space, though, but that's a good size bag for peppers and tomatoes. You can grow 10, 12 pounds of tomatoes on one plant at one time with that size bag right there. It's a little bit big for the roof pan trays that I run or have, so you got to have them in a little, I make a little bag or a little tray out of this is, again, just vinyl, like it's like a pool liner, a roof liner, kind of like what you make a above ground pool out of, and then I just fold the corners and sew them up so it holds a few inches of water in there. Again, I make all that stuff, don't buy anything. So yeah, I was, you know, a little, okay, so here's the one of the original 12-year-old mesh grow bags with the sleeves in there that holds the cage. So the cage slides down into a little tube sleeve on each corner, and then I got these tie downs on here too. This is one of the original mesh grow bags, and you know, obviously they last 12 years. It's still here, it's still running, still got tomatoes growing in it. Tried and true. Dog wants out, let me go. So there you go, Larry Hall rain gutter grow system, rain gutter grow bag system. That's it. I invented it. I had the idea. Larry had the rain gutter grow system. I had the idea to put the bag in it and to run the, well, and Larry doesn't run the bag right. He just fills the thing up with soil and puts a plant in it. You really need to run, oh man, look at that weed. It's tearing everything out with it. You really need to run your compost and the worms in there and put the food in. I feed the worms and grow the worms in here. It's really kind of a worm bag more than it is just a grow bag. It's kind of a dual system. It's a composting bioengineered system that with vermiculture. Start over. It's a vermiculture bioengineered grow system that works in the rain gutter grow system that Larry Hall, that I learned about from Larry Hall, but I sent Larry some of these grow bags and he didn't give me any credit. Thanks, Larry. All right, here's another one of my grow bags. Look, I got little handles on it. I think this is just like one of the ones I sent to Larry Hall. Had handles on it so you can pick it up and carry it or drag it, lug it. The things, it gets pretty heavy with the water and stuff in there. Now this one hasn't been run in a long time. I had a bunch of weeds in here I pulled out. And again, this is just kind of filler. This is basically peat moss. There's some lava rocks, a bunch of charcoal in there. There's a piece of a coconut, little coconut face. That's all carbon. That's all good. Now once we charge this back up with some compost and stuff, and this one's got the sleeves in it, the anchors, so the, you know, thing's anchored. Now, if the hurricane was coming and you had a big tomato plant in here, oh my God, it's going to wreck your plant, right? Or a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm could whip up 25, 30 mile an hour winds and just wreck your plant. So what do? You just grab your plant like this. You'll lay it down. Of course, all the dirt wouldn't fall out if you had a plant in there and it was all rooted up. You lay it down, you throw a tarp over this. Now, you might break a couple tomatoes off, you might break a couple branches, but it would be a lot better than losing your whole plant, whole harvest, whole everything in a thunderstorm or a hurricane that's only going to last a couple days. Then after the storm comes, you just come out, stand your plant back up, and you're good to go again. So I'm going to get this one going here pretty soon. I got some tomatoes I want to grow this year, and it's getting some rain. Seems like it might be a good year for the tomatoes, so I'm going to give it a try. So yes, mesh grow bags, anchored cages right on them. There's a 5-gallon one. I found the 5 gallons aren't really big enough. 14s do a lot better. Rain gutter grow system grow bag, invented by me back in 2012 or something. Cut